All right, so Jake Paul, the problem child, the professional boxer. Take that with a grain of salt. He is in the news once again because he's not happy with the men's Olympic USA boxing team. That is correct. They can't get the job done. They can't win. So Jake Paul, once again, is going to save the day. He's going to step up. He's going to go out to the Olympics. He's going to win gold. He's going to represent USA all day. He's going to take the gold, and the man's going to be a legend.
Gold medal. You're mine, brother.
As we know, he's going to fight Mike Tyson later this year. There's been a new warning about that from one of Tyson's former opponents, so we'll get to that in just a little bit. But first of all, Jake Paul was in Paris and he was enjoying himself. He was at a little party and he got a little worse for wear. Now listen, you know me, I like to talk a bit of shit. Are you intoxicated? But listen, fair play, Jake Paul. The man's allowed to enjoy himself, okay? He works very, very hard. He's a professional boxer. He's got the YouTube stuff. He's flying all over the world. The man's allowed to have a drink. He's allowed to let his hair down. But let's take a little look at the video here. Here he is. He's leaving a party of some sort. He's a little tipsy. He's had a drink. He's getting helped out by his minders. Getting escorted into his car here. He's a little wobbly on the feet. Hey, fair play. He's having a good time.
Jake. How are you,
See him here. He's a little stumbly there. He's a little wobbly. Oh, dear. And then gets in the car. Hey, you know what? Listen, I'm the last man to complain or begrudge a man enjoying himself and having a good time. And first of all, fair play to Jake Paul. He's letting his hair down. Secondly, he's got a driver. So you can't talk shit about that. There's a lot of people out there that are drinking and driving. At least the man has got a driver in hand. So he's not risking anyone's life and he's allowed to enjoy himself. No, but anyway, we're here to talk about Jake Paul saying that he's going to be in the Olympics. Here's what he had to say.
Yeah, I'm going to enter the 2028 Olympics.
Whoa.
For boxing in Los Angeles. I'm sick and tired of waiting for another gold for Team USA.
So not retiring.
Not retiring. Like I definitely probably just added a couple more years onto my boxing career because of that. But Los Angeles, United States, sick as
I had no idea you were even considering 2028 Olympics.
Yeah, I'm just dropping bombs. Like actually, like I'm gonna do it.
He's dropping bombs.
2028 Olympics. You heard it here first. Gold medal. You're mine, brother. Being a world champion is first and foremost, and then second is a gold medal.
All right, so fair enough. The man wants to go and compete in the Olympics. And you know what? I've actually got a lot of respect for him. Now, I did think that professional boxers weren't allowed to compete at the Olympics, but that rule changed in 2016. Now, Jake Paul's kind of doing it the opposite way around because he's very famous. He's had a lot of professional boxing fights, and he's going to go to the amateurs. But the guy that just won the Olympic gold medalist, he's actually had 4 professional boxing bouts as well. Now, if Jake Paul was to win the Olympics, I mean, that would be incredible. And he would join the likes of the great Muhammad Ali, the GOAT, George Foreman, Joe Frazier, Oscar De La Hoya, Lennox Lewis, Pernell Whitaker, Mark Breland. The list goes on. So many fantastic Olympic boxing champions. Anthony Joshua. Now, of course, for Jake Paul, if he did go and fight in the Olympics, well, first of all, it wouldn't be his promotion, would it? So he wouldn't be able to cherry pick opponents. He wouldn't be able to take people that are way past their sell-by date, like Mike Tyson, who's 58 years old. No, the man that just won the Olympics, got the gold medal from Uzbekistan. It was Lazizbek Mulajonev. This man is 25 years old, and he is 6'4", okay? The last time Jake Paul fought somebody his own size and weight, we know that he lost. I'm not here to shit on Jake Paul. Fair play to him. I hope he does go to the Olympics. That's what I want to see, and I'd really respect him. I'd respect him taking on real opposition, real challenges, and really testing himself, okay? I know I have a lot of fun at his expense, you know, and that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to talk shit, take the piss. It's just what I see, taking on people that are past the sell-by date and fighting boxers like Mike Tyson. But if he goes to the Olympics, a lot of things will change, that's for sure. Number one, he wouldn't be able to cut weight because in the Olympics, you're going to have to box every few days, okay? It wouldn't be his promotion, so everything's not going to be centered around him. There wouldn't be a massive payday on display. He will be doing it literally to represent his country and to test himself and potentially become an Olympic gold medalist. And as I said, the list of champions that I said before, and there's many, many others, to achieve that would be something phenomenal. So, but the problem is, right? He would have to compete as a heavyweight, 92 kilos, about 203 pounds. Because he's fighting every few days, he probably wouldn't be able to cut weight. He would be fighting against people his size, his strength, probably more experienced as boxers because like this guy here who won the gold, as I say, he's got a record of 57 and 11 on BoxRec, but it actually says that he's had 73 bouts. 57 plus 11 equals 68, but whatever. It says 73 on BoxRec. We'll go with 73 amateur bouts, and he's 4-0 as a professional. But speaking of professional bouts, that leads us to Mike Tyson. Now, the last time Mike Tyson stepped foot in the ring, it was the year 2005. The opponent was Kevin McBride. And Mike Tyson was 38 years old, okay? Right? 38. He's going to be 58 when he fights Jake Paul. And he got stopped in the 6th round. Now, the opponent that Mike Tyson lost to, Kevin McBride, he actually had some words of warning for Jake Paul. This is what he said. I'd warn Jake Paul to make sure that Mike doesn't spit out his mouthpiece. Because if he does, you never know what's going to happen. You don't know what Mike Tyson is going to do. He's a fearsome man. Now, of course, he's probably alluding to when Mike Tyson spat out his mouthpiece and took a massive chunk out of Evander Holyfield's ear.
There he bites him there. You see him lift his teeth.
And I don't think Mike Tyson is the same guy. I don't think he's the same maniac. At 58 years old, he certainly seems to have found some peace in his life. But let's take a little look at that fight between Kevin McBride and Mike Tyson, because it was kind of sad to see. As I say, he was only 38 years old at the time. But this is what the Mike Tyson at 38 did. And of course, as we know, when he fights Jake, he will be 58.
In a fight that has shifted dramatically, McBride landing the uppercuts from close range.
All right, so as I say, this was almost 20 years ago. So Mike Tyson taking on Kevin McBride. Mike Tyson's always the smaller guy.
Tyson too far away, right uppercut, two right uppercuts, by McBride on the chin.
And those were delivered
58
well. Those were delivered with him bending at the knee, and they had some power.
Granted, after a long break, he might be hungry, he might be
Kevin
doing more
McBride
cardio,
at tournament is making Mike Tyson look like a third-tier
right here,
heavyweight.
Kevin McBride in round 6. All over him.
15 seconds left in the 6th round.
Mike Tyson's
McBride
exhausted.
actually wins this round, it would be a 10-7 round.
A 10-7 round if he sees the end of the round.
Not a knockdown. McBride just pushing Tyson down.
Here's the canvas.
And he's having difficulty getting up.
Exhausted.
He wants Joe Cortez to help him.
He can barely make it to his feet at the bell.
Goes back to the corner here.
That was a push.
And here you see, they're probably trying to tell him that the fight's over. They're going to start this. It's a horrible feeling being out of shape in a fight. It's the worst thing ever.
That's it? Is that enough? That's me. I'm the boss. I'm the fucking boss. Enough, yes. That's it. Enough.
And that was that. And that was sad to see. But that was towards the end of Mike Tyson's reign as a professional boxer, when he was probably taking things for granted, not training and all the rest of it, and showing up for paydays at the end. I do think the one that shows up against Jake Paul will be in better shape, okay? But for Jake Paul, the whole point of the video is going to go to the Olympics. Of course, there's a big difference here between professional boxing and amateur boxing. First of all, when it's amateur boxing, you're not trying to win via a knockout. I think Jake Paul's style is actually better suited to professional boxing because he's not the most tactical, he's not the most technical or strategic. He kind of goes forward and he just swings big, looping haymakers and generates a lot of power. That's not what you're trying to achieve in amateur boxing, right? It's all about strategy. It's all about landing points. It's a very quick, light on your feet kind of style, in and out, landing combinations. You're not swinging like a madman. You're not trying to knock them out. And that essentially is the big difference. Of course, you're wearing headgear. It's in a smaller ring. 3 2-minute rounds. So there's a lot of changes compared to professional boxing. But hey, listen, fair play. If Jake Paul wants to test himself in the Olympics, and I know you probably think I was going to talk a ton of shit in this video, number one, everyone's allowed to enjoy themselves. We've all been pissed up. We've all been drunk. And if you're sitting there and you haven't done that, then you haven't lived your life, right? Fair play to Jake Paul on this occasion. I still don't like the Mike Tyson fight. Nothing has changed there. But in terms of him wanting to go to the Olympics, hey, fair play. Subscribe and ring the bell. See you soon.